Lyle Parsons from his Tom Bateman in the V8. And we also have John Hotchkiss in car 69. A little late for the dance, but we're going anyway. Here they come off of four at the drop of the green. We're underway. Gloria slips in the 11, and Charlie Kaczynski in the 11A on the outside takes the lead. Chris Angelicchio quickly moving into the second slot in the Brooks Automotive 54. It's the non-speed shop 11A with Angelicchio closing in. Pittsburgh, Pete Laurie, the Quakers take the Louisville 11A running third. The Gearhead Graphics 5 of Steve Baker on the march to fourth, trying to take third as they race off at turn 4. Side by side for the lead into turn number 1. Angelicchio on the inside of the 54, Kaczynski up high in the 11A. Still neck and neck off at 2 down the back straight. Laurie is third, Baker running fourth in the 5. Joe Johnson in the 3J is fifth. Charlie J goes in high, drops her down low. He's a little loose coming off the turn though, and Angelicchio down on the bottom will again pull alongside as they race into 1. 2 laps down in this Resco Limited Late First Heat Race. Charlie Kaczynski leads the way. Chris Angelicchio still second now. Single file down the backstretch. Joe Johnson is fifth. John Pavlik in the 0-0, and Wayne Gaither in the 4, racing hard for sixth in turn 3. Off of 4. Kaczynski right up against the wall. Angelicchio draws a little close coming off the turn, but Charlie J's pretty good going in. Pittsburgh, Pete Laurie in the 11, and Steve Baker now, the West Virginia Rim Rider, goes to the outside in the 5 wide. The Gearhead Graphics 5 wide. Baker trying the top side of the monster half mile. This is a good one as we come to lap number 4, 6 to go. 4 down and 6 to go. Definitely multi-group racing out there in the early going. Charlie Kaczynski out of Struthers, Ohio. The non-speed shop 11A still leads. It's the Brooks Automotive 54, Chris Angelicchio. And the Gearhead Graphics 5 of Steve Baker now third. Laurie and the Quakers taking Lube 11 is fourth. Angelicchio loose in the 54 car. And Baker on the outside of the 5 will try to take that second spot from Chris. And there he goes. Stevie Baker, that Gearhead Graphics 5 up to second now. In course with a lot of experience on the rest of the drivers competing in these Resco Limited Lates. Steve himself, one of the, if not the leading semi-late winner, one of the leading semi-late winners here in Pittsburgh. He was a big winner in the semi-lates for a number of years before he ever moved up into the late model ranks. And he always ran the number 5 when he was in the semi-late, so he's got to feel kind of home with that car. Charlie Kaczynski, Steve Baker now knocking at the door as they race off at turn 4 with 3 laps to go. Chris Angelicchio third, Pete Laurie of fourth, John Pavlik is fifth, and Joe Johnson having problems there in the front stretch, gets the 3J straightened around. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, Charlie J trying to hold off Stevie B. Kaczynski and Baker wheel to wheel off that 4th turn, rubbing tires, going at it. Good dirt track racing here with 2 laps to go. The Gearhead Graphics 5 of Baker has got the lead now. He started near the back of the field. Charlie Kaczynski second, Chris Angelicchio third, Pete Laurie of fourth, as they try to lap the 97 of Lyle Parsons. 1 more lap to go. John Pavlik by himself in 5th. Joe Johnson in 6th, Wayne Gaither 7th, and John Hotchkiss and Tom Bateman still on the lead lap. Local driver Kirk Young not here tonight. The West Virginia Rim Rider Steve Baker picks up the win in car 5 with Kaczynski second, Angelicchio third, Laurie 4th, and John Pavlik 5th. Steve Baker. Winner of heat race number 1. Last week's winner, Dave Wade in car 76 from Pittsburgh. Waverly White from Heidelberg in the 55. From Cranberry Township in the 97, Travis Geisler. Out of Baldwin Whitehall in the 35, Mike Cecere. Chuck Mowry in the 64 from Natrona Heights. Newcomer Andy Klein out of Chester, West Virginia, the yellow number 8. And we've got the B1. We'll have to check on who's driving the B1 tonight. 10 laps the distance. Zaresco Limited Late Model field continues to grow. Jim Steffens in the 38, moving up from the spectator stocks. He starts on the pole with George Bland alongside. They grab and gears as the green is out. Into turn number 1. Steffens in the 38. Inside of him, the 4 of Alex Ferree. Wait in the 76 car is third. Then Wee Willie White. Here comes Travis. Travis Geisler, the 97, moving up into 5th as they exit 2 down the back straight. Alex Ferree in the Ferree Chevrolet 4 has the lead in turn 4. Steffens in the 38, dives back underneath him as they drag race off of 4 down the caution is out. Big crash on the front stretch, cars scattering everywhere. Jim Steffens in the 38, 55 Willie White, 5 Todd Wright, 50 George Bland. Got a little early start, but what the heck, we'll go anyways. They look pretty good off the 4th turn. The green is out. Wade trying to carry that momentum from his win last week. He'll take the lead down the backstretch with the Tiger Machine and Manufacturing Specialty Turbine 76. Alex Ferree in the Franklin Racing Supply for Reese Chevrolet number 4. Look out. Todd Wright in the into turn 4. Wade of the Specialty Turbine. 76 of the Ferree Chevrolet. Franklin Racing 4 of Alex Ferree to turn 1. Coming to the halfway point. Mike Cecere in the Keystone Beer 35 running third as Alex Ferree goes by on the high side to take the lead. Wade comes back on the bottom, but can't make it stick coming off of 4. Ferree leads. Wade running second with 5 laps to go. Sear third, Mowry 4th, Geisler is 5th. Laps to go, 3 laps remaining. Alex Ferree with 2 wins this year in the Franklin Racing Ferree Chevy 4. Dave Wade with 3 wins in the Tiger Machine Specialty Turbine 76. Mike Cecere in the Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 also has a feature win this year. In the Zaresco Limited Lates, Chuck Mowry in the 64 is 4th, and Travis Geisler in the D&B Trucking Danforth Construction 97 runs 5th. 1 lap to go. Whittled the field down with some hard crashing early on in this heat race, and Alex Ferree, who lost the lead at the start, comes back to get the win in car number 4. Dave Wade second. Mike Cecere third. Chuck Bowery fourth. Travis Geisler off the fourth turn will finish in the fifth spot, and then Jim Stephens in car 38. It's hard to tell that a couple of those cars out there were involved in that wreck that continued. Arnott. Into four, the green is out. Bill Adler had him rocking and rolling there, back and forth as we get the green off of four. He's got the lead. Watch this into turn number one, 3 wide for second. Mike Johnson into the second slot. Curry in the 8 is 3, and Bradish in the 5 running fourth, and the 4 then 3 early on here. Bill Adler picked up a heat race win a couple of weeks back. Still leads 3 wide for third. Here they come off of 4, 3. Whoa! Ian Bradish, not enough room. 3 hits the wall in car 4. There just wasn't really much room there. Ed tried to sneak between Lou Bradish and the wall and ran out of the racetrack. Franklin Racing. Hard when he goes, the green will come out. Not this time. Outside row move first, and that won't cut it. Into turn number 4, the green is out. Mike Johnson takes the lead in car 2J. Bradish in the 5. Whoa! Gets a piece of Adler, who gets a piece of Curry. And we're going to have another caution. Back to the green flag, hopefully to stay a little bit. Johnson and Bradish running close as they exit turn number 4. Bradish on the outside. Takes the lead as they head into turn number 1. Medical Center race 5 at the Chem Oil Imperial Hoist 2J down the back straightaway. That is the 126 of Jim Lepro. The Fathead Saloon 9C of Doug Crawford. The Gary's Auto Sales 75 of Belmont Jr. The Adler Tree Service 7 of Bill Adler. Bradish out for the first time this year with this GRT car. He dusted it off and brought it back out. Looks strong here in the early going. Mike Johnson had a top 5 run last week in car 2J. Jim Lepro in the 6 car into the wall in turn 1. Let's play 6 of Jim Lepro. Got high in turn 1 and gathered up the wall. The caution is out. But we're getting close to a helmet dash here. We've eliminated things down to 5 cars. And Lou Bradish brings the field back up to speed. The green is a waving, and Bradish is a lead with Mike Johnson second. Crowded for third into turn number 1. Melvinick Jr. down on the inside in car 75, trying to overtake the 9C of Doug Crawford. Bradish leads Mike Johnson second. Will for third. Crawford and Minnick. Johnson right there behind Bradish. Lou's pause for just a moment. Into turn number 4. Bill Adler running in the 5th spot in car 7, the Adler Tree Service machine. It's the Medical Center race 5 of Bradish and the Imperial Hoist Chem Oil 2J of Johnson down the backstretch. Fathead Saloon 9C of Doug Crawford in third. Johnson pushing high this time in turn number 4. Makes a pass on Melvinick for 4th. Past the halfway point, 4 more laps to go this time by. Mike Johnson's car pushing bad in 3 and 4. Seems to be a little better through 1 and 2. You can see in 3 and 4 he's got the wheels turned to the left and the car's still pushing right up across the racetrack. This time it looks a little better, but it's still not right. is doing a fine job in that medical center race. Hill Racing Engines number 5. That GRT chassis Lou purchased a few years back from Rick Dawson. This is the car that Dawson started running here about 3 or 4 years ago, the 67 car that he won a bunch of features with. 2 more laps to go, 2 laps to the finish. Doug Crawford by himself in third of the Fathead Saloon 9C. The Allen Tree Service 7 is fourth with Bill Adler, and then the Gary's Auto Sales 75 with Belmont Jr. One more lap, final lap. West Virginia, Medical Center Brace, Renegade Racing Engines. 5. Lou Radich picks up the opening heat race for the late models with Mike Johnson second. Fathead Saloon 9C, Doug Crawford third, Bill Adler fourth, and Gary Sisson. Sponsored 75, driven by Mel Minnick Jr., comes home in the 5th spot. They come into turn number 4. They're on the gas and the green is out. Miley gets a nice start at 99. Now the T8 dives to the low side. He's got second. He's going for the lead off with 2 down the back straightaway. That car is sticks like glue in the middle of the turns. Valkyrie Racing Engines T8 of Mark Fidell's got the lead at turn 4. Miley is second. Baker third. Thomas fifth. Ron goes to the problem in car 75. Slowing down and turns left into the pits, exiting turn 4. Baker putting the heat on Miley for second as they race into 3. But now shows the way. Miley second. Baker a close third. Flitter runs fourth. Coming off of 4. They're Will for second. Baker and Miley. Jimmy Baker makes the pass. In front, Steve Baker now trying to track him down. John Flitter fourth, Ricky Thomas fifth. Baker may be closing in a bit on Fidell. Looks to be a little better coming off the turn. We'll see if he can make up some ground on the St. Clairsville, Ohio driver. 6 laps remaining. John Flitter moving to third in the auction barn 09. Trying to turn his luck around. They've had all sorts of problems in the auction barn 09. Flitter trying to get that bus pointed back toward the front here tonight. Halfway, 5 laps to go, 5 to go. Out. Brad Westover in turn number 1 in car 31 brings out the caution. Five laps to go. So now hold them in. There he goes. The green is out. Off of 4. But now still got the lead. Baker is second. Flitter third. Thomas and Miley battle for fourth into turn number 1. Something just flew off one of the cars, went up and hit the guardrail. Still but now, Baker trying the low side now, the 84 through 3 and 4, but just high coming off. 4 laps to go, 4 to go. But Al's been fast all year. Doesn't seem to matter whether the track's hard and slick like it is tonight, or wet and tacky like it was last Saturday. He just seems to have the car hooked up, doing a great job. He and Bobby Cal Mark Bedell. Baker second, Flinner third, Riley fourth, and Thomas fifth. Mark opening up a half a straightaway lead in those 5 green flag laps since the race resumed. And he'll take the checkered flag in our second late model heat. Baker second, Flinner third, Riley fourth, Ricky Thomas fifth. I don't think we've had a heat race yet where we've had everyone. Nepper. Check out his Iron City wheel cover on the right rear. And William Rigas from Butler in car 38R. William Rigas out of Butler making his first start this year. Regular up at the Lernerville Speedway in car 38R. Off the fourth turn they come and the green is out. Zarin leads him into one. Geisler quickly moving into the second slot. Malquit in the 04 is third. Down the back straightaway. Geisler underneath Zarin. Down the back stretch into 3. Cochran Automotive, Budweiser 1C takes the lead into 4. Zarin up high. And here comes Malquit down on the inside of the 04. Geisler leads in the Cochran Automotive Budweiser 1C. Malquit in the 04. The Phil Luke on RepFab 04 second. Zarin is third. Sisson fourth. Mark Moats in the 48 running fifth. Then Bill Nepper and William Rigas in the 38R. Malquit making up ground on the inside through 3 and 4. Making up big distance that lap. Geisler seems to have the best of it in 1 and 2. Watch this. Malquit looks like he's got the better of it here in 3 and 4, but Lynn moves down the line trying to keep that lead from shrinking. Nepper to 55, almost spinning. About as close as you can get without going the whole way around up there in turn 4. Iron City Bill's got the 55 back in the right direction. Still Geisler. Malquit in pursuit. Zarin running third. Sisson is fourth. Mark Moats fifth. Has one win this year, one feature victory here at Pittsburgh, the all-time leading winner, of course. Malquit winning the track championship last year and looking strong here again. Only the second week he's been out of the box with his rocket chassis powered by a Malquit spec engine. Jimmy Zarin's Masters Bill with a spec motor running third. Jason Sisson in that RLA chassis number 24th. And Mark Moats, who normally runs with the limited lates, running in the 5th spot. 4 laps to go, 4 to go. Geisler and Malquit lead the field around the Monster half mile. Malquit now has moved off the bottom. Geisler trying to lap William Rigas here to 38 with 2 laps to go now. 2 laps to go as they exit turn 4. Lynn's lead has grown a bit. Number 1 Cochran, Budweiser, ARL Trucking Line, 1C. Zarin by himself in third. The battle for 4. Jason Sisson in the 20 and Mark Moats in the 48. Bill Nepper in the pits in car 55. White flag for Geisler. 1 lap remaining. Malquit is second. Zarin third, Sisson fourth, and Moats runs 5th. Here they come off of 4 final heat race for the late models. It's Lynn Geisler getting the win. B.A. Malquit second. Jimmy Zarin in third. Jason Sisson will take 4th, and Mark Moats 5th. Charlie DiLoretto from South Fayette in the 11, and Rich Appolito from Carnegie in the 77X. 8 laps the distance for the spectator stocks. Rick Heim in the Lowry's Run Automotive 29 shows the way. Doug Foster 2nd. Lendo Brashelski 3rd early on. Fred Schneider's 10 4th. Then the 50 car of Chris Langham. Langham bounces off the wall. Up in turn number 4. He's flattened a couple of tires. Everyone gets by. And Chris will drive her into the pits. Slow down, Chris. Slow down. Slow down. All right, he's out of the way. We're back still under green. Coming around a complete lap 2. Doug Foster in 3 gets high in turn 4 this time. Lendo Brashelski to 25, trying to dive underneath him off of 4. He'll make the pass. Fred Schneider in the 10 car 4th. 11 of Charlie DiLoretto was 5th. And Brian Lejeune in the 30. Rich Appolito in the 77X. And Dave Kremanek in the 3D. It's still the Lowry's Run Automotive 29 leading the Home Renovations 25. Doug Foster in the 3rd spot in the 84 Lumber Wagner Electric Foster Construction number 3. Schneider Excavating 10 of Fred Schneider's 4th. The Babco and Vibes Carrier IES Supply 11 of Charlie DiLoretto running in the 5th slot. Lejeune pitting in car 30. If this trend continues tonight, again, every heat race, they're dropping out one by one. Charlie DiLoretto and Freddie Schneider wheel-to-wheel for 4th. DiLoretto in the 10, or excuse me, Schneider in the 10, DiLoretto in the 11 makes the pass, and now Charlie closing on the 3 of Doug Foster for 3rd. Rick Heim motors around the top side, and the Lowry's Run Automotive 29, the Home Renovations 25 of Lendo Brashelski is 2nd. They're wheel-to-wheel for 3rd, Foster to 3, DiLoretto in the 11, Fred Schneider in the 10, Rich Appolito in the 77X, less than 2 laps to go. Around to take the white flag is Rick Heim. He's been your leader from the start. Dave Kremanek in a 3D spinning around in turn 4. Your leaders are bearing down on him. Caution is out. Caution is out. So it's not over yet. Green and white being displayed, 1 lap to go. Heim leads, but here comes Lendo Brashelski making a bid for it on the final lap. He'll dive to the inside. Can he make it stick? We got a slick racetrack. Low side may not be the best right now, and Heim's got the win up high. Dobrashelski 2nd, DiLoretto 3rd, Foster 4th, and Fred Schneider finishes 5th in car 10. This week in the 2, starting 5th outside of him, the Stacy White 55. Dave Greenewald in the 0 car, starting in the 7th slot, and the 1 is Neil Eisminger. Frankie Schneider's got the lead in car 55, the Schneider Trucking Mach 5. Kelly's Beer Distributing, AJ Auto Works, 00 of Alatala was second, but here comes Mr. Inside. The West Point Truck Center 2 of Ralph Hysong Jr. loves the bottom side of the racetrack, and that's where he's trying to make ground here. While the others run around the top, Ralph makes big progress on the inside usually. Willie Briggs in the 18 is fourth, and Stacy White in the 55, and moving forward is the Neil Eisminger number 1 out of Washington. And the Eisminger's Pennzoil sponsored 1. Neil's got her crossed up there in turn 4. Straightens it out. He scored in 5th that time by. Still Frankie Schneider, Frank Schneider Jr. in the Mach 5. The Kelly's Beer Distributing, Barefoot Pizza 00 of Alatala. The West Point Truck Center 2 of Ralph Hysong Jr. is third right now. The 18 of Willie Briggs fourth. Neil Eisminger in the 1 runs 5th. Then Stacy White in the 55. Dave Greenewald out for the first time last week in the 0. And Lou Lamonti in car 21. Halfway, 4 laps to go. To go. The battle for second continues. Alatala the 00 and the 2 of Ralph Hysong Jr. Willie Briggs still fourth in the 18. Stacy White is fifth down to 55, and Neil Eisminger 1 and Dave Greenewald in the 0. One lap to go. They're wheel-to-wheel for second. Last week they were wheel-to-wheel for the checkered flag. The 2 of Ralph Hysong edging the 00 of Alatala. See what happens here in the last lap. We've got a spin. Something about these last lap spins. Lou Lamonti to 21. He turns it around this time. Easy now, Lou. Don't spin it back around. All right, here they come. Here come your leaders. Schneider to 5, slowing down a little bit. They're closing in quick as they come to the checkered flag. It'll be Schneider, Hysong, and Atala. Willie Briggs in the 18 gets fourth. Neil Eisminger in the 1 is fifth. Then Stacy White and Dave Greenewald. Lou Lamonti is Gary Scott in the 22. Mark Obrzezinski from Library in the 71. From Cannonsburg, the 40 is John Mirgo. The 29 car is Jeff Hapke from Austintown, Ohio, and Jimmy Plants out of Georgetown in car 63. 8 laps for the M-Stall Modifieds, and we're underway. Jim Plants leads. Mark Obrzezinski in the 71 had a scare there in the second turn. He loses plenty of ground and drops to the back of the field. The Classic Motors, 04 of Jim Plants out in front. Dennis Niederreiter, a rookie driver in the 38 car, showing big improvement of late. He runs second, and John Mirgo in the 40 car. Another driver that's really picked up the pace, the Mirgo Enterprises, digital color graphics, Heslin Steel Fab 40, making progress on the low side of the racetrack down the back straightaway. 67, Bobby Bongiorni runs fourth, challenging Mirgo for third. And Jimmy Plants, who started last, is up to fifth in car 63. John Mirgo in the 40, dancing on the bottom side. He's got that 40 car in second spot. Who said you couldn't run the inside? Jim Plants in the 04 still leads. Mirgo is second, then Dennis Niederreiter, and Jimmy Plants on the move in car 63. been a good race thus far, completing lap 3 with 5 to go. And John Mergo takes the Mergo Enterprises 40 into the lead, exiting turn number 4. Jim Plants second. Jimmy Plants just made a sweet move in turn 2 in car 63. He really made a pretty move there. He goes from 5th to 4th and now trying to get by the 38 of Dennis Niederreiter for 3rd. Right in front of Dennis, of course, is Jimmy's dad, Jim Plants, in the 04. Bobby Bongiorni in the 67. Trying to get back by Jimmy Plants in that 63. John Mergo with a nice lead here. He hasn't slowed down since moving in front. Past the halfway point, we'll have 3 more laps to go. The straightaway for John Mergo. They're side by side now for 3rd. Dennis Niederreiter in the 38 and Jimmy Plants in the 63. Jim Plants is 2nd. We've got 2 laps to the finish, 2 to go. Remaining here, 1 to go. Jimmy Plants has got himself in 3rd now. The Clinton Auto Body, number 63. Alex Paris Construction also sponsors on that car. Now he's trying to track down his dad. John Mergo leads the way in the Mergo Enterprises. Heslin Steel Fabrication, digital color graphics, number 40. He brings the field off at turn 4. Cannonsburg's John Mergo is your winner of M-Star Modified Heat Race number 1. Jim Plants 2nd, Jimmy Plants 3rd, Dennis Niederreiter 4th, and the Swiss Bell Music 22 of Gary Scott will complete your top 5. Folks, and in 2nd in the points, Larry Kugel starts 4th in the 0. 69, Danny Burns, 57, Stas Shadowski, 20, Logan Donoshik, Darren DJ Miller in the 16, and Bruce Driestad in car 77. Battle off at 2 down the back straightaway. 4 wide on the monster half mile. Into turn number 3, and they're still going straight. It's amazing. Wayne Tassine has got the lead in the Tubbs Automotive. Cost decals and graphics number 10. The Sabre Equipment Yingling Lager 20 of Logan Donoshik slides up into 2nd with the Penfield Contracting 0 of Larry Kugel 3rd, and Goody Petsko's double 0 in 4th. Jim Petrell in car number 84, running 5th right now. Sitka Wilkins Family Restaurant 84. Kugel trying to take 2nd away from Donoshik off the 4th turn. 2 laps down, Wayne Tassine out of Austintown, Ohio, has got the lead. The Tubbs Automotive Cost Lettering Graphics Woodruff Carburetors number 10. 4 wins on the year, including last Saturday. Looks like Ed Free has got the repairs made to the Franklin Racing Supply number 4 late model. He'll be ready for the feature event. Larry Kugel off the bottom of turn 4, puts his nose into 2nd, the leading winner and defending track champion in the M-Stall Modifieds. 3-time defending track champion Larry Kugel up to 2nd. Also 2nd in the point standings to Wayne Tassine coming into tonight. Been a close race all year between Tassine, Kugel, and Donoshik. Kind of ironic they all be in the same heat race, but here they are. And they're running the way they are in the point standings as well. With Tassine leading the points, Kugel 2nd, and Donoshik 3rd. And Kugel getting closer and closer to Tassine for the lead as we pass the halfway point. Goody Petsko 4th, Darren DJ Miller in the 16 car is 5th right now. Here they come off that 4th turn. Tassine and Kugel. Down the front chute. Into turn 1 with 3 to go. Whoever gets this win will have a 2-point advantage on the other driver in the heat. 10 points for the winner, 8 for finishing second, 6 for third, 4 for fourth, and 2 for fifth. So these battles get to be very important as the season goes on and the points races start to wind down. 2 to go. Wayne Tessine moving to a lower line that time in 1 and 2. See if it'll work for him. He's got a car length lead off at 2 down the backstretch, and Kugel's knocking at the door on the inside. The Yingling Lager 20 of Logan Donoshik third as Tessine tries to protect that low side. Off of 4. Kugel's on the gas, and he's got the lead with 1 to go. Into turn 1, it's still Kugel, but Tessine trying to pull back alongside. In turn 2. Kugel's got the lead down the backstretch as they come to the checkered flag. The Penfield Contracting 0. And the Koss Lettering and Graphics number 10. With the Yingling Lager 20 close behind. Larry Kugel picks up the win. Wayne Tessine second. Logan Donoshik third. Booty Petsko fourth. And Darren D.J. Miller complete your top 5. Formerly driven by Glade Neal, Don from Carnes City, and Don Gamble in the Center Auto Parts. Lowry's run automotive number 1 for Monroeville. Don right now leading the point standings for the Pittsburgh Circle Track Club Advantra Senior Series. Advantra, the new sponsor of the division this year. We've got Doug Foster joining the field in car 3. I believe some of the spectator stock drivers who haven't won a feature are eligible to compete with the senior series if they choose to do so. Tom Knight Sr. in the 70 car takes the lead into turns 3 and 4. Gil Roth in the 15 is second as they race off of 4. Dr. Gil trying to come back underneath Tom Knight Sr. and he's got the lead. Into turn number 1. The racing dentist, Dr. Gil Roth, is your leader as they exit turn 2. Tom Knight in the 70. Here comes Don Gamble in the 1 making tracks on the outside. Wayne Loney in the 52. The 603 is Don Luffy for PRA champion. 72 Bob McWilliams. 2 laps are down. Gamble and Knight battling for second as Don Gamble on the outside makes the pass. Now he'll dive to the low side. Dr. Gil Roth still leading in the 15 as they come into turn number 4. Gamble way down low and Roth way up high. Into turn number 1. Don Gamble makes the pass for the lead. Don, of course, was the roving Mike for many, many years here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Still does it up at Lernerville. Also the host of Rapid On Racing. Don Lumpy in the 603 trying to move into third. He and Tom Knight Sr. go at it in turn number 1. That Chrysler, the 603, and Glade Neal made famous running the Chrysler 603s back at the PRA days. And up to third comes Don Lumpy. To go, 2 to go. Ceresco limited late features coming up next. checkered flag. The points leader of the Pittsburgh Circle Track Club Advantage Series, Senior Series from Monroeville, Don Gamble, picks up the heat race win tonight. And he'll pad his points lead with that. Gil Roth second, Don Luffy third, and Tom Knight, Wayne Loney, Doug Foster, and Bob McWilliam. 7 of Travis Geisler from Cranberry. The field's towing 3J of Joe Johnson. Six of Dave Wade, starting 12th after his win last week from Pittsburgh. The Renegade Racing 5 of Todd Wright out of Chester, West Virginia, the Ruth and Herbs Hotel. 50 of George Bland from Aliquippa. Wayne Gaither from North Lima, Ohio in the yellow 4. Andy Klein, another Chester, West Virginia pilot in the yellow number 8. The Nigel Auto Solution 69 of John Hodgkiss. That makes his home in Kennedy Township. And the Roberts BP 16 of Eric Roberts out of Exports. It's Tom Bateman Jr. Uh-oh, and we got a crash on the back straightaway before we get started. John Hodgkiss in the 69 just drove right underneath the 4 of Wayne Gaither. Caution is out, caution is out, caution is out. Into turn 1, Cecile leads, Angelico runs second. Alex Free in the 4, moving quickly on the outside, up into third. Zinski is 4th, Baker is 5th. Mike Cecile still your leader. Chris Angelico putting the pressure on underneath it. Works on a load of 54. The Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 out in front. Franklin Racing Supply, Paris Chevrolet 4, Paris is 3rd, and here comes the Gearhead Graphics 5 of Steve Baker up to 4th. Travis Geisler moving quickly forward 2. And the D&B Trucking, Tri-State Hose and Supplies 97. Cecile, Angelico, Paris and Baker. Geisler and Loria moving by the 11A of Charlie Wyszynski as they battle for 5th into turn number 1. Mike Cecile, Chris Angelico. And we got a fire under the P8 car. Tom Bateman Jr. Caution is out. Caution is out for the 8B of Tom Bateman Jr. Flames billowing out from underneath the right side of that race car. You may end up with a hot. Andy Klein takes the A car into the pits. Sears on the gas, and the green is out as they race off for turn number 4. And Angelico on the outside will take the lead away from Mike Cecile. Number 1. Baker goes clean to the top of the 5. He's got second. He's going for the lead, maybe down the back straightaway. Looks on a load of 54. Chris Angelico leading the way with Steve Baker second now. Cecille's back in 3rd. Lori is 4th. Alex Free on the outside of Lori in the 4th car, trying to take back that 4th spot in turn 1. Free has 4th and 2. Lori is 5th, Wade 6th. Geisler running 7th. Stephens is 8th. Jasinski 9th, and Pavlik runs 10th. It's the Brooks Automotive 54. Chris Angelico leading the way. The battle for 4th continues between Pete Lori and Alex Free. Travis Geisler and Dave Wade having their own race behind that 2. Charlie Wyszynski is off the pace of the non-speed shop 11A. He's slowing down and headed probably to the pits. Donegal Construction, Brooks Automotive 54, Chris Angelico. Stretching that lead a bit over the Gearhead Graphics 5 of Steve Baker with 15 laps to go. D&B Trucking, Tri-State Hose and Supply 97 of Travis Geisler underneath the Quakers taking move 11A of Pete Lori for 5th as they exit turn 2 down the back straightaway, but Lori will beat him down the straight. Right behind Geisler comes the Specialty Turbine Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76 of Dave Wade. Angelico leads, Baker is second. The Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 of Mike Cecile 3rd. Alex Free a close 4th in the 3 Chevrolet number 4. And it's the Quaker Stake and Move. Century 3 Dodge 11A of Pittsburgh, Pete Lori and Travis Geisler dives underneath Lori in turn number 4. That battle for 5th. Angelicchio with 11 laps to go. Angelicchio a little loose coming off of Ford on the way down low, and he's slowing down. Angelicchio's got a problem. Yes, the Brooks Automotive 54 is off the pace. And Steve Baker has got the lead in the Gearhead Graphics number 5. And we got a car crashed up in turn 4, the 69 of John Hodgkiss. Baker right up against the wall, had just got by. Caution out for the 69 of John Hodgkiss. Get his first win, career win. Pete Laurier get his first win in the division. Alex Ferree get a Baker's on the gas. The green drops, and Ferree dives to the low side. We got him 3 wide for the lead coming off of turn number 4. Look at this. He's shuffled the deck on every restart. Still 3 wide for Clyde Stand going into 1. No backing down. Baker leads. Cecere is second. Ferree third. Laurier fourth as they exit 2. Then Dave Wade and Travis Geisler. And John Tavley, Joe Johnson, and Chuck Mowry. The Gearhead Graphics 5 of Baker, your leader. Ferree goes back to the outside, and Ferree Chevrolet 4. He picks up ground on Cecere off at 2 down the back straightaway. Gearhead Graphics 5 of Baker still leads even right on the trim. 3 and 4, way to the 76, down low, sliding up across Laurier. There's contact there. Pittsburgh, Pete goes back underneath. Geisler got out of the gas. I think he saw Big Red coming. Decided he didn't want to be a part of this one. Ferree now slingshots underneath Cecere. The race for second into turn number 3. Ferree, Chevrolet 4, the Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 off of Ford. Still Cecere second, Ferree third. Laurier 4th, Wade 5th, Jim Stephens to 6th. Travis Geisler is 7th. John Tavley, Joe Johnson 9th, and Chuck Mowry runs 10th. Jim Stephens on the move all of a sudden. Car 38 as he pulls alongside the 76 of Dave Wade into turn 3. Geisler dies low, and 3 wide here coming off of turn number 4 for 6th. 7 laps to go. Baker by half a straightaway. The Gearhead Graphics number 5. Mike Cecere holds off Alex Ferree right now for 2nd. Laurier is 4th. Stephens 5th, and Geisler now into 6th as Dave Wade drops to 7th. John Tavley is 8th, Joe Johnson 9th, and Chuck Mowry still running 10th in car 64. 5 more laps to go this time by. 5 more laps to go. Steve Baker will be on the front row for tonight's late model feature. We'll no sooner get out of this one, he might have to get in the big tour. Travis Geisler now. Wrestling the 38 of Jim Stephens for 5th. Stephens has to be on the straightaways. Geisler looks to be a little faster through the turns. Stephens high to turn 1. Geisler underneath him in 2. They're battling for 5th down the back straightaway. Colbert's Collision and Service 38, the B&B Trucking, Tri-State Hose and Supply 97, wheel to wheel here on the turn number 4 for 5th. 3 laps to go as Baker leads. Cecere still 2nd, Alex Ferree 3rd, Pete Laurier 4th. John Pavlik in the double zero now trying to pass the 76 of Dave Wade for 7th. As Ferree is closed right in on the back end of Cecere for 2nd. They're side by side for 2nd into turn number 3. Cecere wait on the inside of the Keystone Beer Sub Express 35. The Ferree Chevrolet 4 of Alex Ferree up high with 1 lap to go. Ferree makes the pass. Cecere now 3rd. Laurier is still 4th. Stephens 5th and Geisler a close 6th. Off the 2, Ferree still 2nd. Your leader, the Gearhead Graphics 5 of Steve Baker, coming through 3 and 4 out of Fairmont, West Virginia. Zaresco limited late model feature win for Steve Baker. 2nd, Alex Ferree, Mike Cecere 3rd, Pete Laurier 4th. The battle for will get 7th. Dave Wade will get 8th. Joe Johnson 9th. And Todd Wright gets a career best 10th in car number 5. Graphics 5, as we said, Kurt Young. He'll be happy as heck. He picked Steve to drive the car tonight. Second time this year this car has been in victory lane. He'll no sooner get out of this one, he'll be climbing into the other one, the Phil Luke on Ref Fab 84. He and teammate V.A. Malfoot are poised to start on the front row of tonight's 25-lap feature. All right, how about a nice hand? He's quickly out of the car for Steve Baker. They will get to go play with the big toy next. Started 11th, finished 6th. He picks up a case of Wolf's Head from Monarch Oil, the world's largest Wolf's Head distributor. We thank the folks from Monarch Oil, Wolf's Head, for once again supporting our hard charger at each of our 4 feature events. The driver improving the Mark Mode 6, Jim Lepro, 75, Don Gross, 55, Bill Nepper, 4, Ed Curry. Watch him. He's starting way in the back. 3 wins on the year, second in the point standings coming into tonight. And William Regas in car 38R. Green this time by. Next time around. 3 cars scratching. Baker in the 84. On the gas in turns 3 and 4. We're underway. Late model feature is green and going. So you race off at turn number 4. By the 2, Jacob Johnson, and does for 3rd. But now moving to 4th. Bradish and Johnson battle for 5th. Off of turn 4. It's Baker with a half-ball length lead down the front, shooting the one on the outside. West Virginia Riverline. Malfoot in the 0-4 second. Right for a close 3rd, but now 4th. Bradish 5th, Johnson 6th, Winter on 7th. Darren 8th, Crawford 9th, and Bill Adler 10th. Now trying to stick his nose between the 2 Phil Luke on Red Fab cars. The car got along with 1C. Hooking up off of turn 4 that time. They got a 3-wide battle for the lead in turn 1. Malfoot, the inside, ends up in 3rd as they exit turn 2. Baker leads and Geisler is now 2nd. Stevie Baker out in front of the Phil Luke on Red Fab 84. The Cochran Automotive. Budweiser 1C and Geisler is 2nd. Luke on Malfoot 0-4. V.A. Malfoot 3rd in the racing engine 58. The Parker now is 4th. momentum off the outside with that lead. We've got 11 laps now, this time by 14 to go. Here comes Geisler. Closest one he's had off of turn 4, and Malcolm is not far behind in the 04. Into 1. Baker pushing a little high into 2. He's still got the upper hand. Geisler second, and Malcolm now closing in 3rd. Lap traffic in front of your lead trio. Now 4th, Radish runs 5th. Close to the halfway point. Close to the halfway point. Geisler running right up behind Baker in the middle of the turn. He gets a run off and 2 down the back straightaway, getting by the 48 of Mark Collins. Now Geisler trying to get by on the outside and into 3. Baker made a really good move there coming off of turn 2. Now he slides up high off of 4, getting by the 20 of Jason Sisson. Geisler into turn 1 with 5 underneath Sisson. Malcolm splits 2 cars into turn 1. He's got 2 more to deal with in turn 2. Baker leading Geisler. Malcolm has lost some ground here in the 04. BA goes hard into 3 on the bottom. He gets by Levereau and Sisson. Clear racetrack for your leaders now. 11 laps to go. Steve Baker and Lynn Geisler. Baker trying to double up on the night. Geisler showing him his nose and turn to another turn. Now the back stretch. It's the West Virginia Rimliner opening up some daylight. Middle of the turn though. Baker's car starting to push a bit. Geisler making up ground. Off of 4. They're side by side for the lead down the front stretch with 10 to go. Into turn number 1. Geisler and Baker. Geisler's got his nose in the lead, but on the outside off of 2, Baker's got the lead back. But now still 4th. Radish is 5th. Johnson 6th. Whittle close 7th. Crawford 8th. Adler 9th. And Ricky Thomas runs 10th now. They're side by side. No backing down into turn number 1. And more traffic on far in front of the leaders. Geisler now's got the lead. Geisler takes the lead in turn 2. Baker tries to run him down on the backstretch. Right on his bumper into 3. Lap traffic will play a role here shortly as they close in on some more cars running in the back of the field. We still have 8 laps to go. Here comes P.A. Malcolm in the 04. Malcolm in the 04. Alongside of teammate Steve Baker into turn 1. Down the back straightaway, it's Geisler in the Parker Automotive 1C. The fuel loop on red down team cars are side by side for 2nd. Caution is out. Caution is out. Bill Adler in car 7. Brings up. Lights are out. Here we go. Back underway with 8 to go. Baker dives to the inside. Coming off of turn 4. Geisler still leads Baker 2nd, and now Malcolm is back underneath Baker. Here comes Goodell the G8. William Riggis getting in car 38. Goodell in the middle of the full loop on red tab sandwich in turn 1 and 2. Baker 2nd as they exit 2. Malcolm now trying to take 3rd away now for Malcolm. Geisler still leads. Baker is 2nd, and Malcolm and Goodell battle for 3rd off in turn number 4. Radish in the 5 running 5th. And we've got Jimmy Zarin spinning here on the front straightaway in the 1Z car. A couple of 360s. Caution is out for Jim Zarin in the 1Z. Nice to the inside into turn 3 and 4. Here they come off of 4. Baker shows his nose to Geisler. It's lit out in front. Baker 2nd. Malcolm 3rd, but now in close 4th. Radish is 5th. And Johnson and Ed Fareed looks like he's got another spot in car 4. Or does he? John Flinner and Fareed going at it in turn 2. And Fareed now climbs up to 7th. It's flying out there. The Franklin Racing Supply cars are credit 4. Geisler leads the way. Baker now put in Canal. Wait for Reed's running. This guy's got fun. I'll be awfully glad he started near the back of the pack. It looks stout. upset about something. I'm not sure what it is. Stevie Baker just pulling by to give Lynn a little thumbs up, a little congratulatory handshake for sign as he went by. So Lynn now leads Travis 2-1 here this year in Pittsburgh. His son Travis Geisler, of course, picked up his first win in the limited late models, and Lynn had one win coming into the night in the late models and his Grand Prix. How about it? Lynn Geisler, win number 63 here at Pittsburgh, and continues that hot hand after winning last night at Lernerville. Excellent drive for Ed Foree. 25, Lendo Brashowski. Frankie Schneider in the Mach 5. 29, Rick Heim. Fred Schneider in the 10. Bill Eisminger in the 1. In the 77X of Rich Appolito. 55, Stacy White. 2, Ralph Highsong Jr. 3D, Dave Kermanik. And the 0 of Dave Greenewald. Brian Lejeune in the 30. Lou Lalonde in the 21. And Chris Langham in car 50. Sheriff having a conference on the front straightaway. James P. Steigerwald, the sheriff, the deputy. Spectator stock feature event, 15 laps of distance. Al failed to cross the scales, did not go across the scales after the race and was disqualified. Mark Bunnell did not go across the scales after the race tonight in the late model feature and was disqualified. Willie Briggs in the 18, Doug Foster in the 3, your front row. The sheriff, James P. Steigerwald, points to the cone, and we are underway. Doug Foster's got the 3 in the lead. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 moves into the second slot as they rumble down the back straightaway. Willie Briggs in the 18 losing some spots as they head into turn number 3. Frankie Schneider in the Mach 5 up into third. Lendo Brashowski in the 25, fourth in turn 4. 29, Rick Heim moves up into fifth, and it's the 00 of Alatala. Doug Foster out in front, the Foster Construction 3. 84 Lumber, Wagner Electric, some of the other sponsors there. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 car trying to hold on to second as the Schneider Trucking 5 of Frankie Schneider moves underneath him and makes the pass. Schneider up into second, then the home intervention 25 of Lendo Brashowski taking third. Rick Heim in the 29 challenging DiLoretto. Charlie's got his foot to the floor in the 11. He's in fourth and looking for third. Alatala, the 00, tries the outside of Rick Heim, and here comes Mr. Inside, Ralph Highsong Jr. in the 2. You got to love this spectator stock racing. Look at that battle. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Positions 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Frankie Schneider's got the lead now. The Schneider Trucking Mach 5. Doug Foster falls to second. Lendo Brashowski still third. Rick Heim in the 29 fourth. And it's the 00 of Alatala. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11, the 2 of Ralph Highsong, and the 1 of Bill Eisminger joins the battle for the lead. Rick Heim trying that low line in the Lowry's Run Automotive 29. Here comes Dobrashelsky back on the outside of the 25. Foster in the 3, still in the second slot. Frankie Schneider shows the way in the Schneider Trucking Black Electric Mac Jacks Mach 5. And Rick Heim moves to second. Dobroshelski in the home renovations. Barnes Bakery still auto body 25 into third and 3 wide for fourth and turn 2. Kelly's Beer Distributing 0-0 of Awatala. Outside the Foster Construction 3 of Doug Foster, and inside the West Point Truck Center 2 of Ralph Highsong Jr. Charlie DiLoretto with the 11 and the 1 of Bill Eisminger. 6 laps down. Oh, contact on the front straightaway. Awatala bounces off the wall and keeps her going. Does he have a flat tire? No. Unbelievable. He must have hit the nose square on the front guardrail. How he kept that thing going without a caution is unbelievable. Kelly's Beer Distributing 0-0 of Awatala. He could have waved to the fans with that one straight on. 7 laps are down, and Rick Heim trying to take the lead away from Frankie Schneider off at turn number 2. The Mach 5 of Schneider. The Lowry's run on the motor 29 of Heim, and the home renovations 25 of Len Dobroshelski. The West Point Truck Center Parsons Incorporated 2 of Highsong is in 4th. Still Schneider at the halfway point. 7 laps to go. 7 laps remaining. Frankie Schneider leads, Rick Heim second, and Len Dobroshelski closing into that third slot. Ralph Highsong Jr. is 4th, Doug Foster 5th, and Charlie DiLoretto, Awatala, Neil Eisminger, Stacy White. 6 laps to the finish, 6 laps to go. Spin on the 4th turn, the 10 of Fred Schneider and the 0 of Dave Greenewald. They're hooked together here, and they break free, and the green stays out. More Rock'em Sock'em racing in the spectators. Here comes Rick Heim again, trying that low line off the 4th turn, pulling alongside the Mach 5 of Frankie Schneider. 5 laps to go into turn 1. Wheel to wheel for the lead. Heim's got the upper hand into turn 2, and here comes Schneider. Foot to the floor off the 2nd turn on the outside. He goes back in front down the backstretch. Len Dobroshelski's right behind him into 25. Gives him a little love tap into turn number 3. Got Schneider out of shape, but that may have been all that Heim needed. The Lowry's run on the motor 29er. Rick Heim has got the lead now. Len Dobroshelski trying to take second away from Frankie Schneider. Home renovations 25 and the Schneider Trucking 5 doing battle off for turn number 2. Ralph Highsong Jr. and the Kenner's Auto Service, West Point Truck Center 2 and 4. They closing in on the front 3. Just 3 more laps to go, 3 laps to go. Your top 4 have checked out. Doug Foster still runs 5th. Awatala in the 0-0 trying to break that Foster car and take the 5th spot. Break into the top 5. Awatala pressuring the 3 of Doug Foster. Running 7th is the 11 of Charlie DiLoretto, the 1 of Bill Eisminger 8th, 55 Stacy White 9th, and Rich Apolito was 10th in car 77X. Here comes Awatala. He and Doug Foster exchanging some paint on the front straightaway in that battle for 5th. Less than 2 laps to go, and Rick Heim now pulling away a bit in the car 29. The Lowry's run on the motor 29. Car spinning. It's Doug Foster in the 3. Spinning over in turn number 2, and the caution is out this time. Caution comes out for car 3, Doug Foster. He will give you a ticket. Frankie Schneider, I think Rick Heim get a little head start there, but Schneider was a little late shifting gears, and then Dobroshelski in the 25 might motor by. Might. Not so easy. Frankie Schneider has second as they exit turn 2. Ralph Highsong Jr. the 2 still 4th, 0-0 Awatala 5th. Heim shows the way. Schneider second and Dobroshelski third with 1 lap to go. 1 lap remaining. This is the second win for the car if he can keep it straight through 3 and 4, but the first win for the driver. And the Lowry's run on the motor 29, first win this year for Rick Heim. Here they come for second, and Dobroshelski will get it over Schneider and Highsong. Lou Lamont in the 21 spinning out on the final turn. 25, Wendell Wachowski getting second. The 5 of Frank Schneider third. The 2 of Alatalo. Works were flying and paint was swapping. Amstel Modifieds coming at you next. Ralph Hysong Jr., the Monarch Oil Wolf's Head hard charger. He came from 12th to 4th in the West Point Truck Center. Kenner's Auto Service 2. Squatly Leather getting his picture taken. How about a nice hand for the Lowry's run on motive 29? Rick Heim, your winner tonight. 0304 is Jim Plants, father to Jimmy. Larry Kugel starts 4th in the 0. John Burgo on the 40 starting 5th, and the 67, or 38, excuse me, of Dennis Niederreiter. 00 Booty Petsko. 22 Gary Scott. The 16 of Darren Miller. 67 is Bobby Bongiorni. 16 Darren Miller, and the 10 of Wayne Tessine. Jim Petrell in the 84, 57 Stus Shadowski. Mark Obrzezinski in the 71. Danny Burns in the 69. Jeff Hafke in the 29. And Bruce Driestad in car 77. Amstel Modifieds, and it's Logan Donoshik in the Yingling Lager 20 with the lead. Quickly the second is Larry Kugel. Jimmy Plants in the 63 car in third. Down low, he was fast on the bottom in the heat race. John Murgo in car number 40. And he moves into the third slot. Burgo up to third. Jimmy Plants is 4th. Jim Plants runs 5th in car 0. And a crash on the backstretch. Donoshik able to keep the lead on the restart. Larry Kugel on his tail. Here they come into turn 4. John Burgo continues to parade around the bottom of the 40. He is third. Darren, we got a spin off the 4th turn. Jimmy Plants in the 63 spinning, and his father, Jim Plants in the 04, gets a piece of the wall. He just missed his son. I'm sure he's going to tell him, thanks for that, son. Jimmy Plants in the 63. Didn't see what happened. We got her sideways in his dip. Down the front straightaway, side by side. Number one. Nosek still's got the lead. Kugel in close second. And a spin in turns 1 and 2. The 38 of Dennis Niederreiter loops her. The 71 of Markov Brzezinski also stopped. Green is still out. Now it's the caution. 38 of Dennis Niederreiter, the 71 of Markov Brzezinski. Grdosik still leads. 04 Jim Plant's pitting. Larry Kugel trying to take the lead from Grdosik. They are real well in turn number one. Still the Yingling Lager Sabre equipment 20 of Logan Grdosik. Penfield Contracting 0 of Larry Kugel put the pressure on, and Darren Miller has taken over third in the 16 of McClatchy Auto Concept 16. Grdosik a little high there in the middle of 1 and 2. The barn door was open down low, but still Logan in front with Larry second. Fifth is John Murgo in car 40, who was so fast early on in that low groove. 5 laps down, 10 to go. Who was way in the back on that last restart, coming forward quickly. He's up into the 6th spot in the 00. Making the pass of Darren Miller for third as they exited turn 2. Halfway, 7 laps to go. Logan Grdosik hasn't won since May 16th. He's got 2 wins this year. Yingling Lager Sabre equipment number 20 trying to hold off the all-time leading Amstel modified winner Larry Kugel. This doesn't happen too often here at Pittsburgh, and Wayne Cassine has made the drive in the race so far from 12th to 3rd. Darren Miller is 4th. Louis Tetzko's on the charge as well, the 00. He was way in the back on that last restart, as you mentioned. He's now in the top 5. John Murgo is 6th, Danny Burns 7th, Gary Scott runs 8th, Markov Brzezinski 9th, and Jeff Hafke in the 29 is 10th, although may take 9th in turn 3. Side by side for 9th and 10th with 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining for the Amstel Modified. Danny Burns in the 69 almost got a little too high in turn 1 that time, but he corrects it in turn 2, and he's still running in the 7th spot. Tetzko about to take 4th away from the 16 of Darren Miller. Off the second turn down the backstretch. Car 00. 2 laps to go. got 2 laps to go. Lane to Cena's third. Rudy Pesco and Darren Miller continue their battle for 4th and 5th. Continues to put the pressure on in the middle of 3 and 4. One more time around. The Yingling Lager Sabre Equipment 20 to Penfield Contracting. Cash dollar returning 0. Oh, in turn 2. Dernoshik up real high. Google trying to close in, but Logan's got a little more straightaway speed. Here they come through 3 and 4. It's still Dernoshik. Google trying to pull underneath them. Off the 4th turn they come. Going to be Logan Dernoshik getting the win and Larry Kugel second. Wayne Tessine third in car 10. Rudy Pesco's 0-0 fourth. Darren Miller the 16th fifth. John Mergo is 6th. Danny Bird 7th. Gary Scott 8th. Jim Petrell 9th. And Jeff Hapke 10th in car 29. Cecil, this Sabre Equipment Yingling Lager number 20 of Logan Dernoshik, and not too many times you get to hold off Larry Kugel here at Pittsburgh. He is a tough man to beat. Wayne Tessine will probably be the Monarch Oil Whoops Head Hard Charger after starting 12th and finishing 3rd in car number 10. Wayne had the points lead coming into tonight. All right, how about a nice hand? He's out of the car. Logan Dernoshik gets the win tonight. He usually does something special here on the front straightaway. Guess they don't know what they owe. My, don't overdo it, Logan. You might hurt yourself. McWilliams on the pole for the Senior Series, Advantra Senior Series feature, 72. 52 is Dwayne Money. 15, Gil Roth. Tom Knight Sr. in the 70. 603 is Don Luffy. Don Gamble in the 1. Then we've got Pittsburgh drivers and the spectators who've never won a feature, and that's Ronno Patchen, I believe, running with the Senior Series actually since he's retired now in the Mach 5. He may be tough to handle. 55, Stacy White. 1, Neil Eisbinger. 21, Lou Lamondi. 3, D. Dave Kermanik. 3, Doug Foster. And the 11 of Charlie Di Loretto. And the green is out. Wayne Money's got the lead early on in car 52. Tom Knight Sr. in the 72nd. Then Don Gamble in the 1 to 3rd. Gil Roth in the 15 runs 4th. Moving on the inside to 3 wide per second in turn 3. Wayne Boney is your leader in the 52. Gamble in the 1, trying to move to second. I think that might be really what the 55 car. We'll have to see. Patchen in the 5, about to take 4th. Don Gamble about to take the lead. In car number 1. Patchen in the 5 is off the pace. Nice senior in the 70, a little scared on the front stretch. Lead continues to grow. Oh, we got a wreck in turn 2. A pretty hard wreck. Don Huffy slapped the wall, and he got that Chrysler still going straight. Dave Kermanek in the 3D. I'm telling you, Luffy slapped that wall. Luffy, you can see he got hit pretty good there in the right rear wheel. Halfway home. That Gamble car is fast. White second, Doug Foster's up to third, and Charlie DiLoretto is belonging to 21. Five laps to go. Charlie DiLoretto putting the lace race charge on. Our number 11. Trying to take second away from Stacy White as the exit turn. Ooh, crowd on the back straightaway. Doug Foster lost him to 3, seizing the opportunity to move into third. He's loose off of 4. Here comes Charlie B on the outside. We're back in that third spot with 2 laps to go. Lap to go. Dwayne Money back on the Speedway, getting those Senior Series points. Here he comes off of turn 4 out of Monroeville. Advance for Senior Series win tonight goes to Don Gamble. Scraping paint for second. Charlie DiLoretto, Stacy White, Elias McGurr, and Doug Foster, your top 5.
Lowry's Run Automotive, Center Auto Parts sponsors of the number 1 car. Climbs out of the car. He used to do the interviewing down there in Victory Lane. Familiar place for him to be. How about a nice hand? Don Gamble picks up the Pittsburgh Circle Track Club. Advance to Senior Series feature win.